Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. We're at Connecelli Honda, which is obviously connected to Connecelli Toyota in Conshohocken, where we usually film, but I had to come here to film and test drive this 2016 5.7 liter V8 Tundra. This is a double cab. This is one of my favorite setups of all time. This is before Toyota Safety Sense and all the technology. This is a pretty standard Tundra, 5.7 V8, 6-speed transmission, not a lot of extras on this. And it's TRD off-road, so you're gonna get the wheels, the TRD wheels, the Bilstein shocks. It looks like the previous owner put Yokohama Geolanders on there. Again, no Toyota Safety Sense, just your standard grille. Halogen headlamps. You got fog lights here as well. Tundra on the side, V8, of course, 5.7 V8 badge. The big 6.5 foot bed. At the time, the double cab was the only way you could get the 6.5 foot bed on a Tundra in this generation. In today's generation, you could go Crew Max 5.5 foot bed, Crew Max 6.5 foot bed. But in this generation, you want a 6.5 foot bed, you had to go with the smaller cab. The good news is this cab could still fit 3 grown adults in the back, no problem. This doesn't have bumper sensors. It doesn't have blind spot monitoring. You can get that in this time period on SR5, but this one doesn't have it. Let's check out the back seat. As you can see, 3 grown adults can fit back here, no problem. This window is not power sliding. You have to actually manually open it and close it. Kind of a pain, but it's doable. And this Tundra is a high mileage Tundra also, so when we take this test drive, I'm going to be focused on how the truck feels after all of this time, because it's over 100,000 miles. There's no underseat storage here, but you can add underseat storage if you want it. This has the solid state side steps on it also. On the inside, fabric seats, nothing crazy. You got the floor-mounted shifter and the center console. It's not a 6-seater. The 7-inch screen. Ooh, CD player. Love the CD player. Miss it. Still has key start, of course. Push-button start didn't get to Tundra until 2020. Auto-dimming rear-view mirror. So a nice, clean, plain interior. There's not much to show you in here because there's not a lot in here, and I think a lot of you like that. This does have the trailer brake control, which was new for 2016. Also new for 2016 was the availability of the 38-gallon tank as a larger fuel tank. The other option was, I believe, a 26-gallon tank. I will check to see what the sticker says this one has, because SR5 can have it, but it really depends. There's your climate control. So let's get in here, start this thing up, and take it for a ride and see what it's like to be behind the wheel of a 5.7 V8 again, especially with this amount of miles on it. All right, 2016 5.7 V8. I feel like I'm in a time machine. I just got done filming the capstone test drive that you guys just saw last video. And here we are in 2016, and it's crazy going from like super high luxury in the new generation, especially the capstone, which is, you know, the ultimate Tundra, flagship Tundra, to a 2016 before all the technology. And this one, again, is a SR5 that, you know, doesn't have really anything in it to begin with. So something to get used to, but there's something I absolutely love about the sound and feel of a 5.7 V8. Just something special. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's something that you have to be behind the wheel to get. Like, the new generation Tundra is great in all aspects of drivability of the truck, but the 5.7 V8 is just, it's an animal. It's its own beast. It's a gas hog. It's not fuel efficient. The truck could tow around 10,000 pounds depending on your configuration. It doesn't have a lot of technology, but I think we've reached a point in the way we shop for vehicles, okay? So we were at a point where everybody wanted, you know, a massive amount of technology in their vehicles. Maybe not as much as they actually gave us, but people wanted a good amount of technology. And now we have all the technology we can handle. And there's a good group of you, and I can tell you this is coming from reading messages and comments, that want to go back to something simplistic like what I'm sitting in today. Maybe not completely get rid of what's out there today. Some people do want technology. Some people do want all the gadgets, but people want an option of simplicity like this truck. Now, in today's Toyota Tundra, that would be the SR. The SR has very limited stuff in it as far as options and, you know, features and things like that, but there's still a twin turbo V6 setup. People want a V8 option, and this is what we're in today. In the last video I did the test drive in, which was filmed about 5 minutes ago, one thing that made me laugh was I was saying how great the ride was, how comfortable, no brake dive, no body sway. This truck is the exact opposite. This feels like a classic pickup truck. There's still body sway, there's still brake dive. You just have to get used to driving it, but there's just something special about naturally aspirated 5.7 V8. Now, there were things you could do on the SR5 at this time period, not a lot. This one has the TRD off-road package. This is in the double cab. You can get it in Crew Max also. You could add the blind spot monitoring, the parking sensors. There was an option for the first year for the 38-gallon tank, which again, I have to check the sticker to see if this actually has it or not. I'm thinking it doesn't because it doesn't have a lot of options in this. I mean, this thing is pretty bare bones. It still has the CD player, which I totally miss. I know, technology, you could just go on your phone and play any song you want ever, but folks need to realize that didn't live through the CD era. There was just something special about going and finding that CD in your 500 CD book that you threw in your back seat all the time. The 07 to 13 Tundras had the 6 CD changer, which was even better. But as far as just this truck drives, it drives great, it sounds great, it's basic. There's a reason these trucks go forever, because there's just not a lot of crazy components in it. There's not a lot of stuff to break. As far as mileage goes on this truck, and this should be said because this is actually a huge A+ for this truck. 119,482 miles on this truck, and it still feels great. It still feels new. It doesn't feel like it's super old and it's rattly or anything like that. This feels like any other second generation Tundra I've ever driven, including newer ones like that 2020 Army Green TRD Pro I had. They all feel the same, especially going from new gen to old gen. The one reason I wanted to test drive this V8 today, we just did a V8 on the channel not long ago where we did a test drive. The one reason I wanted to test this one was because it had high mileage. I wanted to see, after a while, does this truck feel like it's something that's lacking? And it doesn't. And I mean that in the highest regards. Huge high five to Toyota, because man, you know, this is what Toyota's known for. This is the Toyota everybody talks about: reliability, long-term ownership with no problems. 119,000 miles on this. It feels like we're just breaking in. I mean, this is just unreal. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you still a fan of the 5.7 V8? I still have a lot of viewers that are 5.7 V8 enthusiasts and purists. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. If you are a fan of simplicity and you want less components on the truck to keep it nice and simple, this kind of stuff is going to be the way you want to go. This is where you want to look. And because of the V8 demand that exists out there, there are so many trucks that have huge price tags on them. It's pretty crazy. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of the V8? This is a 2016 double cab. This is the SR5. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe, be well, and thanks for following along on the test drive for the 5.7 V8 Toyota Tundra.